Someone said recently that in Northfield, if you run for elected office, you are either a saint or a glutton for punishment. I'm not sure which one it is, but I'm really thankful for the opportunity to serve here in our community. My name is Rhonda Pownell. I'm the mayor of Northfield, and it's my pleasure to deliver to you my first State of the City address. I gave this presentation recently live at a chamber event, and it's my pleasure to make it available to you now via video. Let me start by sharing a little about myself. I was first elected to the Northfield City Council as an at-large representative in November of 2008. I have served on the Northfield Enterprise Center, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, Economic Development Authority, the League of Minnesota Cities Insurance Trust, and many others. In addition, I'm currently serving as the president of the League of Minnesota Cities, a nationally recognized organization that promotes excellence in local government. I have a BA in social work from St. Olaf College and am the full-time mother of 5 children. Growing up in a family-owned business, I learned the importance of a strong work ethic, integrity, professionalism, collaboration, responsibility, and a commitment to the golden rule. I aspire to walk out these values each day. Northfield is a world-class small town, bursting with vibrant culture, esteemed academics, celebrated arts, progressive technology, and a cherished history. My address to you today will look back at 2016, as well as where we are today and where we are heading. In 2015, the city embarked on a strategic planning process and identified 5 strategic priority areas that hold true today and that are listed on the screen. I'm using these as a framework for today's presentation to emphasize the importance of continuing our long overdue strategic planning process that is so important to the healthy functioning of our city. I'll get into that more later, but for now, let me emphasize that each of these priorities will in some way be included in our final strategic plan. Effective organizational leadership starts at the top, and that includes myself. I heard time and again on my campaign trail that Northfielders wanted the tone of council meetings to improve. If you've watched our meetings online or attended any recent meetings, I think you would agree that we have responded. First, we have adopted new rules of decorum for council meetings that not only apply to our guests who attend, but also the council and staff. We continue to value open discussion and debate of issues, but in a civil and deliberate manner. Whereas before we would have had to end our meetings before completing our business, we are now getting through our agendas. I can't say enough about my colleagues on the council. They have been absolutely fantastic to work with. I appreciate their passion and commitment to our community and their willingness to think outside the box to find solutions. Together we make a great team. The mayor and council provide critically important legislative and executive level roles, but we need to have a team to assist us with execution. Our boards and commissions, whom we recently recognized at our first inaugural Board and Commission Recognition Program, are an important part of that team. I deeply believe in collaboration and leadership, and I'm excited to have our citizens stepping up to get involved. We currently have 128 people serving. And for the first time in years, we have filled all of our board and commissions positions. In addition, our staff is critical to our organizational success. We have successfully completed a compensation study that we believe is a piece of the puzzle to attracting and retaining talent in our workforce. I have personally seen how high turnover in staff has slowed down our organization and what we're able to accomplish. We need to continue to pursue goals that will make our organization a great place to work. We have a lot of really wonderful city employees working for our community. I encourage you to get to know them and let them know how much you appreciate their work. Northfield continues to have a strong local economy. On the slide, Northfield is highlighted in blue and our peer group cities are in green. While our tax rate is slightly higher than our peers, the property tax levy to pay for city operations is significantly less. Our industrial market values are less than half of our peer group due to having fewer industrial businesses in town. Some examples of our industrial businesses in our community include Allflex, Cardinal Glass, Post, and Aurora Pharmaceuticals. If we were able to grow the number of our industrial properties like our peers, our tax rates would be significantly lower. If we were able to experience business growth that reflects our community values and is both smart and resilient, contiguous and dense, we could greatly benefit financially. We must continue to work on our economic vitality by following our city's guiding documents, especially our comprehensive plan. We can maintain and improve Northfield's sense of place and have a strong local economy. The City of Northfield is fiscally responsible, and we have solid fiscal management policies. Our staff has been working to increase financial transparency and has been implementing policies to follow best practices within the finance industry. Our primary local revenue source is the state property tax system. This slide illustrates where our tax dollars currently are being invested. Another area we will be focusing our energy on in the future is with enhanced citizen engagement as it relates to budgeting. There are some really fun ways that cities are interfacing with their community members around their budgets, and I'm excited to explore some of those in the future. We are currently in transition with our finance director position and are using a consulting service on the interim, with a new budget process to begin in the near future. We plan to use this opportunity with the consultant to look at continuous improvement in our budgeting and financial planning. Unfortunately, we continue to experience more regular flooding of the Cannon River than we would expect. We had an organized and collaborative effort on the flood response between city staff, business, and community organizers. The city raised one electrical transformer by Basils last year, and we have approved funding of the 2 remaining transformers along the Riverwalk that will ensure our businesses can retain power during flooding. In addition, we need to be prudent on how we take care of our natural environment and continue to pursue strategies that will preserve, protect, and enhance it. Taking better care of our environment is one of the areas that I hope our strategic plan will address. The Woodley Street project, a major transportation corridor in the city, was reconstructed in 2016 in partnership with Rice County. This was a major effort to correct the design of a street that essentially divided the neighborhoods in that area of the city. The improvements included narrowing the street for pedestrian crossing safety improvements, as well as traffic calming. We care about the safety of our residents and value a One Northfield philosophy of a livable, walkable, well-connected community. The city initiated funding the Highway 3 and 3rd Street project to improve the safe pedestrian crossing access. In addition to the intersection at Highway 3 and 3rd Street in the picture, we also improved the pedestrian crossings at Greenvale on Highway 3 as well as at the Dairy Queen. In partnership with the Friends of Way Park and the Northfield Rotary, the city completed a unique interactive musical park amenity. Northfield loves music. This is a great example of the collaborative nature of our community, where the city matched private and public funds, as well as volunteer hours and paid city staff hours. This $350,000 replacement project creates new technology to improve our wastewater treatment. This was an important part of a 10-year capital facilities plan for our wastewater treatment plant. While our wastewater plant does have the capacity to allow for growth, it also serves the city of Dundas, so it will be important that we work regionally to discuss how we grow together. We are so proud of our new library that has received statewide recognition. The 2016 improvements created a much more pleasing atmosphere with open spaces and natural lighting. The library has new restrooms as well as enhanced conference rooms. Here are a few interesting stats from May through December of last year. Each month, we averaged 15,744 visits. 25,756 items were checked out, and 22 public events made use of the new conference rooms. The new computer stations and expanded children's area are some of the most popular areas in our new library. Here are some more fun facts from May through December of 2016. Each month, people access the internet at the computer station an average of 1,310 times. In addition, people utilize the public Wi-Fi at the library an average of 6,592 times each month. There were 29 children's programs on average each month, with about 515 children and adults attending. The people of Northfield love their public library, and I do too. We are fortunate to have a safe community in Northfield. We have 21 state licensed police officers as well as other staff who strive to provide a high level of professional service in not only responding to calls for service from residents, but also working with and reaching out to members of the community. The Northfield Police Department can be found working in the schools, sponsoring Night to Unite, staffing educational booths for community groups, providing drug education classes, ensuring that the City of Northfield's annual Defeat of Jesse James Days remains a family-friendly, nationwide attraction, and much more. The East Cannon River Trail will create a 6-mile recreational opportunity for residents. Unfortunately, weather delays caused the project to continue into this year. The project is set to resume in May with plans to complete in the late summer. This was a unique regional collaboration with Dundas that benefits both of our communities. I believe we are working very well with our neighbors and better than at any other recent time in our history. Another example of a cooperative project with Dundas and Rice County is the County Road 1 underpass and trail connection that will link Dundas to Northfield's YMCA, businesses, and other amenities in conjunction with the County Road 1 reconstruction project scheduled for 2018. Meadows Park, our newest park in the southeastern portion of the city, is one of our largest with a total of 37 acres of available parkland. The grading and seeding has been completed, and we are planning to officially make the park available to the public in the spring of 2018 once the seed is established. The Parks Board has developed a proposed process to consider a permanent name for the park that will be discussed by the council in May. The first phase of the park includes community gardens, which are currently available for those that are interested. We will be continuing to pursue adding amenities, including accessible water, to the properties. Community gardens have been popular in other parts of town as well as in other communities. They are a great way to get to know your neighbors and to grow your own healthy foods with some of the earth's richest soils right here in Northfield. Street projects are a major part of our yearly capital improvement plan. We recently improved our 2017 street reclamation project that replaces street surfaces as part of our street maintenance program. The project added sidewalks for added connectivity and safety for pedestrians on Marvin Lane and the Maple, 9th, Nevada Street areas. The city completed a study on operational and safety improvements along Highway 246 in the area of our high school, middle school, and elementary school. Northfield Public Schools, Rice County, and MInn were all design partners that participated in the design considerations and final recommendations. Efforts are underway to advocate to MInn to fund the improvements. The city also took in feedback from the Highway 246 Solutions Group and received petitions from those concerned about the safety along the 246 corridor. Our Public Works Department is heavily involved in capital infrastructure maintenance needs in 2017. The analysis will assist in establishing our needs to lead toward further review of financial planning to properly prioritize our investments. Our 61 miles of city streets, 27 stormwater ponds, numerous parks, and city facilities are both an asset and a liability. It's important to have solid data to guide us in how we take care of these resources of the community. The City of Northfield is in a joint powers arrangement with Dundas and our surrounding townships to provide fire services. We're making progress toward an expansion of our fire hall to accommodate our regional needs of service, response, and delivery. This corner is an identified gateway to the community. We are utilizing our guiding documents to ensure that we not only meet our operational needs, but also exercise sensitivity to the aesthetics of this highly visible community asset. First, congratulations to our high school men's and women's hockey teams for a fantastic season. They really represented us well. We have three components of the analysis of our ice arena. First, we identified that it would cost $1 million just to keep the facility operational. However, it wouldn't address the critical issues of inadequate bathrooms, locker rooms, etc. The second piece is the market analysis to determine the needs of the community. The study found that the community can support one rink in addition to the existing rink. One of the two rinks is anticipated to be met through St. Olaf's on-campus rink. The third phase is an operational analysis to evaluate 3 facility alternatives to provide a modern ice arena. The first is remodel the existing city arena. The second is partner with St. Olaf to build a new arena in addition to the one on their site. And the third alternative that we're reviewing is a new community rink at a new location within the city. The Northfield Ice Arena Advisory Board will complete the analysis and recommendations to the City Council in 2017. The ice arena serves over 160 families that participate in this activity, and like many amateur sports and activities, is an economic driver for our community. The Save the Northfield Depot group is a shining example of the vibrancy of our community. These volunteers have been instrumental not only in restoring the depot, but bringing to life a piece of property that sat vacant for many years. Projects like these can be challenging, but the benefits of partnerships are extremely rewarding. The city is developing a site plan for a transit hub located on the depot site. It's anticipated that some of the improvement could be completed in the fall of 2017. Both Hiawatha Land Transit and Benjamin Bus will begin using the site once the improvements are in place. Our demographics in the state of Minnesota and Northfield are having profound impacts on various aspects of life, including our city operations. In 2015, 9,732 people in Rice County were aged 65 or older. By 2035, the number of people aged 65 and older in Rice County is projected to almost double to 18,092. In less than 3 years, we will have more people over the age of 65 than we have in K-12 education. We as a city must be sensitive to these changing demographic trends and how we service the people who live here in our community. Northfield is recognized as a destination community for retirees. In 2016, the city officially took action to achieve age-friendly designation in partnership with ARP. We are partnering with the community on this effort, and although we are doing well, we can do better. And we have much to learn and consider as our communities continue to age. What is good for our senior population will also be good for the rest of the community. We have seen 50 years of growing diversity in our region, state, and nation. Population growth is occurring in our diverse populations. We need to be aware of these trends and how we as a city will be impacted. For example, in Minnesota from 2010 to 2014, the white working population declined while there was robust growth for most populations of color. Our workforce will be more diverse in the future. It's imperative that we take the necessary steps to attract employees that may not look like us today. For Minnesota, as our communities age, diversity and population growth will go hand in hand. The City of Northfield has engaged in a partnership program with the League of Minnesota Cities and the National Government Alliance on Race and Equity. We are moving forward with changes to improve racial equity and make Northfield an even more welcoming community. In the end, we want a community where racial disparities are eliminated and racial divisions are healed. We want Northfield to be a place that all people can feel safe and comfortable, and a city that all people are proud to call home. The library has completed their work on the building project and embarked on a new collaborative effort with United Way, Friends of the Library, and others to invest in a new bookmobile. The bookmobile allows us to go out into the community and take the library to the people. If you like biking, we have a new adventure for you. You could volunteer to take our new book bike around town this summer. I love the ingenuity of our community. The library is also reaching patrons in new ways through its improved online presence. The new clean look provides for a better online experience and is a great resource for community members to find out all the fun and exciting things happening for all generations at our local library. The city continues to find new ways to better provide information on city services. Our website received an overhaul that includes mobile-friendly viewing as well as more easy-to-navigate features. Check out our announcements on the website or on our Facebook page. We have delved into the world of Instagram as well, which is fitting for our picturesque community. Check out the Submit a Complaint feature for concerns you may have, or sign up for city notices. We will continue to pursue new ways to provide meaningful information and engage our community on issues that are important to you. The city approved the Hills of Spring Creek 7th Edition plat that is seeing a new housing development. One area we have heard significant feedback on early in our strategic planning process is the need for a new housing development to serve the workforce needs of our community. The Housing and Redevelopment Authority recognizes that safe, secure, and affordable housing is a basic human need. The HRA works to preserve, develop, and provide affordable housing in Northfield. They understand that availability of affordable workforce housing is vital for attracting business and industry to the city. The HRA also recognizes affordable senior housing as a key element of a healthy community. St. Olaf is leasing 40 acres of college-owned land to Berkshire Hathaway, the owner of the 5-megawatt solar garden in the northwest development area of the city. The college has subscribed to 40% of the solar project's output, and with the electrical energy usage, will soon be carbon neutral. I'm a proud Ole and can testify firsthand to their commitment to excellence. St. Olaf has a student enrollment of over 3,000, including about 250 international students. St. Olaf's net assets are a staggering $622.8 million, and the college employs about 860 employees. Congratulations to St. Olaf on their most recent renovation of the historic Holland Hall. Carleton's White Center expansion will be opening in 2017. Carleton has an enrollment of just under 2,000, including about 200 international students. There are about 700 employees with Carleton, which has a huge economic impact on our community. Carleton is continuing in its facility investments with a $78 million science building expansion to begin in 2017, with an anticipated opening in 2019. Both Carleton and St. Olaf are great community partners, and we are so pleased to see them both thriving despite an ever-growing competitive environment of higher education. Both colleges are an incredible asset to our community. Smokehouse is a fast, casual eatery featuring handcrafted sandwiches, salads, and soups. Andy Kubish is the mastermind behind the business, along with his wife, Heidi. He eats, sleeps, and breathes food, and it shows. The response on the street is that this restaurant is a hit and a great compliment to the Archer House, who was recently named the #1 amazing place to stay overnight in Minnesota without breaking the bank. So we are so fortunate to have Genevieve and Steve Pittman of Tanzenwald Brewery. Their specialty craft beer is also paired with locally sourced food. Tanzenwald serves sandwiches, sausages, and more, mostly made in-house. The spent grain left over from the brewing process is sent to Northfield Farms, where it's used to feed hogs, which in turn become Tanzenwald's sausages. As Genevieve was quoted as saying, "It's a beautiful circle of life." Certainly, the Pittmans dealt with challenges of renovating an old building, but expressed an appreciation in working with our city staff throughout the various phases of construction and licensing. Our city community development staff received glowing reviews from our new owners, Tanya and Randy Clay, and Laura and Derek Myers of Imminent Brewing. Imminent is turning the Armory Garage into a brewery and tap room, which has had its challenges. City staff played a major role in helping them through the process. They also said that they had great support, interest, and enthusiasm from the City Council, and they actually enjoyed and welcomed the questions that they received on the project. To say that our community is excited about these projects coming into fruition is really an understatement. Another long-awaited great project is the Fairfield Inn and Suites by Marriott. The hotel is set to break ground soon. The future commercial developments will complete a city-led redevelopment of this primary corridor in the city and gateway entrance to the downtown and Riverwalk. This hotel of 80 rooms will be a significant asset in Northfield and serve as an economic driver in promoting and generating business within the community. A vast majority of the city incentives from the tax increment financing that is generated directly from the new development with no impact to the current taxpayer. The other city incentives were fiscally responsible and necessary for the project to be viable. There was significant council support not only on this project, but also on the previous projects. Each one had either unanimous support or almost unanimous support from the council. The City Council has authorized the creation of a development agreement with Basils Pizza expansion to come back for formal review. Basils, of course, is one of Northfield's most beloved pizzerias. The community certainly supports our local businesses, and we are happy to look to partner with them on their growth. The Council is currently committed to a long overdue strategic planning process to establish common vision, goals, priorities, and direction. Carl New's book, Attributes for Effective Leaders and Stewards, suggests that leaders engender a perspective of we and partnership, and that they inspire both themselves and others to their very best efforts. Embracing these values and following a proven strategic planning process of analysis, policy development, execution, and assessment will ensure our success. We continue in our analysis phase that has included meeting with our boards and commissions, and we are now seeking community feedback, including yours, through a survey instrument available at our website. Your feedback, along with other relevant data and analysis, will assist the Council at our meetings on May 9th and 10th. By midsummer, we hope to have a 3-year plan in place. Our strategic planning process is committed to defining a shared vision and emphasis on growth and development. Our community depends on a healthy economy. We have had an intentional strategic planning event with our Planning Commission, Economic Development Authority, and City Council to engage in strengthening our understanding of one another and to begin exploring opportunities to build consensus toward a strategy for success. The Council's strategic plan will include a focus on economic vitality. The Economic Development Authority will be further building on the Council plan with an update to their 3-year plan on the heels of the overall city strategic plan. Successful economic development depends on shared values and vision. Following the wisdom of Carl New, we will be most successful if we motivate, empower, and inspire people toward achieving desired outcomes around growth and development. All of this activity that I covered today could not happen without the hard work and commitment by staff, my council colleagues, and our community. We are working well together and progress is being made. I'm excited about the direction that we're going, and you should be too. Northfield is one of the best small towns in the country, with people who care about the community and care about working together to make it better for all. It's an honor to serve such a great community. Thank you for taking the time to listen and for your commitment to the betterment of Northfield. Have a fantastic week. Thanks.